Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension. Hey, it's a pop-up today. I thought I'd say hi. Hi, Tina. Hi, Demon. Hi, Master Yoda. I see you guys here. This isn't my normal time, so I'm trying to make up. I was all set to go last Tuesday, but Mother Nature had another thing in mind. We had a couple days of really bad storms and power outages, and we also had hail the size of golf balls and lots of flooding and rain and lightning and thunder, and it also took out not only my power but my internet. So I thought, you know what, I know I'm coming on for Tuesday as well, but I thought I am going to come on today, Sunday, as a pop-up. So I don't know if you saw him or not, but I've got Henry with me. Henry's here, and I also have my gal here. She's here with me too. So I'm gonna light the candles and let's do some reading today. There you go, light the candle. Candle's lit. Smudged a little bit ago. I have crystals all around me, and I have my deck. Some people were asking, this is my deck. Yes, I created this deck, and primarily it's the deck that I use. And it's basically just used to kind of connect with who you are, and I give that in my readings. Sometimes they call for cards and sometimes they don't, but this is a way for us to connect. Okay, so I am going to pop up to the top, and I know this is Sunday, so this is going to be fun. So, okay, so Yoda, let me get you a card first. Let me shuffle them. I hope everybody's doing well. We're in the fall weather. We were having hot, steamy weather here, and I think the hurricanes on the East Coast and south of us as well were causing the jet streams to kind of collide. That's why we had all the storms we had last week. But now we're going down to like 48 Fahrenheit at night. So, yeah, fall is here. Although, who knows, maybe in a few days we'll have 90-degree weather again. Okay, so here we go, Yoda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so for you today, I have the desert wolf, which is also known as coyote. These are very, very, very smart animals. They hunt in packs. So the community is about them. Sometimes they're also known as Cocapelli. It's the same kind of energy, or Pan, where they can be tricksters. But this, for me, for you today, is more about kind of untapped communication is what I'm being told. So it's like, okay, yep. Okay, so there's things that are going to be coming up for you over the next week that you're going to see, and you're going to be able to either tap into them or choose not to. But you need to look really hard at whatever this knowledge is that you're looking at this particular week, because you have to make sure it resonates with your energy. Because what I'm seeing is, and again, that's because it's the desert wolf coyote, it's also known as trickster. It may kind of lure you in with what you think it might be, but it's not really that. And it doesn't resonate with you. So I'm being told for you to kind of just be really picky and choosy and really look hard at what's set in front of you. And by doing so, you can continue on that positive track of gathering the knowledge that you need and exploring your gifts further. Okay, so that's the card I've got for you today, Yoda, and that is the desert wolf. Okay, so Oh, and here you go. I got demon. You know, I laugh because you guys are not a demon. You are not a demon. Okay, so let me see what I got for you today. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so for you today, I'm hearing the next 3 or 4 days, it's going to be about gathering energy and kind of putting behind you, your card, by the way, is the frog, sorry. Like putting behind you things that you've already accomplished and learned, and you need to kind of reset everything so you start with the next portion of this journey that you're on. The frog is about cycles. It's about renewal and replenishing. It's also about water and land. But with this right now, the frog is at its strongest place where it's not the eggs. It's not the tadpole. It's not, you know, a frog that can go on land but still has a tail. This is like a bullfrog, big, ready, embraced, boldened. And it's about just making the proper, they're saying, which they're trying to be funny, leaps of faith, so to speak. So whatever this is like the next 3 or 4 days that I'm seeing. And again, it's going to be your time to kind of look at what you've learned and how far you've come and kind of, okay, that's cool. I know this. I've got this. I've learned these lessons for whatever this is. And now it's time to turn to the next chapter. Okay. So it's, you've kind of like, they're saying he's kind of graduated. So you've kind of graduated from being curious to finding out some things, and now it's like the next step. It's like a moderate step. It's like, okay, I've got all this knowledge and this interesting facts that I've gathered. Now what am I going to do with it next? So that's what your card is telling me today, and what Spirit's actually telling me is it's the next cycle that you're moving into. Okay. Also, you know, I think a lot of what's been coming up to me this week a lot is the crystals. This is a beautiful piece of carnelian that I got from Carrie Greenaway's place over actually by you guys in the UK. And what I've been hearing is a lot of things as we're entering a new retrograde, which is not really fun. I read Storm Sestavani, who's a dear friend of mine, his premonition of how rough the next week's going to be for everybody. So my thing is, you need to learn to rely on these guys, your crystals, your stones, the ones that call to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that if I have one, it's going to work the same for you. I have all kinds of crystals that I have collected. This is actually a bear quartz. And then of course I have Henry, you know, but seriously, they've been using gemstones and stones and crystals for centuries. So if you have them, you're going to want to make sure you charge them up tonight or during the day. And, you know, kind of rely on them. Get used to the new energies that they can bring to you, and the new clarity sometimes they can bring to you, the protection that they can bring to you. But Demon, what I'm seeing again is for you is going to be, okay, I've learned all this. Now what's next? But you have to kind of turn the page yourself and make that a fresh sheet. So putting in what you've learned to this point, but then waiting for new information for a new chapter to begin. Okay, so that's what they're talking about with you today. And thanks for stopping in. I just thought it'd be something fun to do on a Sunday. Okay, let me see who else. Tina, I see you. Hello, Karen. Yeah, I'll get you a card. I'm going to go down the line because this isn't my normal day to do. It's Tuesdays. But I thought I'd give us a bonus day because sometimes people can't catch me during the week for whatever reason, their schedules or whatever. So yeah, don't just stick in here, kids, and I'll get you eventually down the row here, okay? Hi, Kat, I see you here too. And Deb, hi, Deb. And Cullum, I hear you. Yep, I'm gonna get y'all, all you guys, cards. Hello, Lord Grandpa B. Congratulations. I know I said that last time, but congratulations anyway. I love you. Okay, this is your card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so your card is the card of, oh, hold on, picking up more than one, water. Okay, so it's the elemental of water. Okay, so with that card, okay, and with what they're saying for you particularly, okay, what water, the elemental of water represents is a number of things. First of all, we're made up of water. The biggest portion of our bodies is water. We can't survive without water. Water helps plants to grow. It takes care of critters. You know, water in big bodies of water, like lakes, take care of our finned ones and the swimmers. And it's all cycle. When we're born or when we're gestating in the womb, we're surrounded by water. So water is really important for all of us. Okay. So, but what this is meaning for you is kind of a cleansing. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So they're kind of saying like, here you go. You're in this place. This might be the topic or of the day or whatever. But you're at a point right now over the next, I want to say 3 weeks to a month, where you're going to use everything in your toolkit. And what I mean, your toolkit, things that you work with spiritually or things that you do to connect, you're going to use all that to kind of cleanse yourself. So that, again, like just the read I just gave, you're going to be preparing to start another chapter, but you need to kind of wash away all the old thought patterns and all the negatives that, you know, sometimes as people, we continue to drag them forward with us and just, we never leave it. There's some things that I'll give you, for instance, like with myself, like from my childhood, it took me a long time to release it. But once I released it and realized it's not doing me any good to drag it forward in my life because I can't do anything to change it, right? We learn from it so that we alter perceptions, that we alter the way we think, we alter the directions and choices we're going to make based on our histories and what's happened to us in the past. So this is really important for you right now because you're at a kind of like what they're saying is a tipping point. So you need to, and by tipping point, it means like you've gotten all this out of that, whatever this was, okay, and you're to that point. Now you just got to let it go so that you become balanced again. So cleanse that out. Get rid of the old stuff. Release it. You know, release it, but don't release it with negatives. Release it with understanding and unconditional love, okay? And by unconditional love, I mean things that happen to us or people that did things or that have stuck in our mind for negative reasons. You know, I don't wish those people bad. I just send them off in love, and they're not in my realm anymore. They're not in my sacred circle. And you guys have heard me talk about that often, the sacred circle. So it's time to kind of, you know, it's not like a spring cleaning. It's kind of more like you're at this tipping point and it could go one way or the other, but they want you to choose the other so it balances you. And again, this will be over the next 3 weeks to a month. So just kind of make sure you're aware of what you're doing and kind of retrospect yourself and look into the past stuff that you've been carrying, even if it's just been this year that you've been carrying this stuff. You know, it doesn't help us to carry it forward. And I will tell you, based on my own journey, that when you release it, it really feels good. Okay, so M, I hope you understand that, and that is your card today, water. Okay, all right. Okay, Karen, I'm getting to you, Colum. I'm just going right down the line. Nobody think I'm not going to come back, because I am. And I've got a lot of time today, so I'm not worried about when I get on and off. Okay, all right. So Karen, let me see. Welcome. I don't think I've ever read for you before. At least not that I remember. All right. So Karen, we're going to shuffle these bad boys up. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I kind of like this card. It's the bear. Okay, your card today is the bear. And actually it was placed upside down. So the bear represents the West, which is endings, which is I like to use the word endings and not death, because it doesn't necessarily mean physical death. Okay, what it means is the end of a way of life. It means an end of a project. It means an end of a friendship. It means an end of things that you could be working on that need to be tied up. Okay, so again, and this is kind of going in that same way, it's about new beginnings as well. So right now they're saying 2 to 4 weeks for this, but you need to finish up things, and they're showing the string and wrapping the bow and the ribbon and pulling it into a bow like a shoestring, which means to me you need to end and clear out some things in your life currently, so that after this month, well, they're saying 3 to 4 weeks, so after a month you'll be able to open yourself to new opportunities, which are new opportunities with different people, new opportunities with career, new opportunities with relationships of all things that are around you. So this is really a good thing, but you just need to be aware. And if you're anything like me, I procrastinate like crazy. So if you're anything like me, I can understand this, because right now we're getting ready. A lot of us are heading into fall. I've already had it here for a few weeks, but it's that time of getting things ready so that you'll have a long, productive winter time to do different things. Okay, so you need to kind of tie up all those loose ends so you can move forward. Okay, and I'm going to turn it. It's the bear. Okay, of course I like the bear. All right. All right. Let me see. Yep. Colum, I'm going to give you one. Deb, I will get you next, I think. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, and Tina, I'll get you one too. And Lorraine Miller, I'll get you one too. I'll get them. Don't go nowhere. I'm just going to give them the time they want, you know. I actually was talking with some people this morning over on Barry Frankish's page. He's really a top-notch paranormal info guy, and he had posted a question about what makes a good medium or spiritualist. And as you know, I've told you guys many times, I don't believe in labels. I do things, and the gift was given to me by Creator. Anytime I've tried to walk away from it in my 60 years, I've been picked up by the scruff of my neck and put back on it. So it's what I'm supposed to do. Sometimes we don't like the messages we get, but sometimes what it is they're the messages we need. So I just wanted to pull that out. Okay, Colum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's a day of bears today. Okay, so your card today is the polar bear. Okay, now polar bears are, other than the grizzly, are my next favorite bear out there. Polar bears are very adept at working with changes. Okay, right now they're facing huge climate changes in order to survive, but they're very adaptable. They're teaching their young to adapt, because usually when they're out with their young and their young are old enough, they walk through ice and snow. but because of global warming, oh, I'm sorry, it's right, it's not global warming. Anyway, with all the snow and ice that's melting, the critters are finding it harder to maneuver because they're not used to it, so they have to adapt. So with you today, it's about adapting. Okay, I'm hearing like within the next 2 weeks, there's going to be something that's going to come towards you. And I want to say it's coming towards you as kind of a situation, not a bad situation, not anything that would harm you or anything like that, but it's a situation of you're going to have to conform and learn to change with it in order to be able to fit into it the way you need to get out the most from the particular experience that it's going to be. And I'm getting the number 3. So there'll be like you and 2 other people is what I'm hearing is kind of going to be engaged with this, and you'll be fine. Your big thing is, like I said, you're going to have to learn to adapt and kind of sit back a little bit to be able to watch and see what that next step is going to be for you. I feel things are positive, but they're just kind of at a flat line. So in other words, it's not a huge up or it's not a huge down waver. It's literally you're going to be walking forward. And once you get past that, I feel that with what they're showing me, you'll have like, and they're showing me 3 paths. You'll have, and that's my symbol for having multiple choices in which way to head. I almost want to say this is work related. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of what I'm getting. So that's what I'm going to give you anyway for today, Colum. If you guys are back Tuesday and I get to you, maybe it'll change, but that's kind of a, yeah, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 2 to 4. They keep yelling, but yeah, it'll be happening here in the next week, and you'll be able to get through it. So don't get frustrated, whatever this is. And I still get it's tied to career path, work related. It's not a personal thing, but it's more work related than anything. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps you out. And I'll get Deb Diver here. Hi, Deb. I love your little cat. My cats drive me crazy. Tux is over laying in the sun on his little soft Batman blanket right now. He stays there all day. He's the one I took in. He's the little black and white one. And I go in the other room, the Siamese is on me. Go in the other room, the other one's on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I will tell you, if I didn't have them, I would probably be extremely bored. So the birds and the fish and the cats keep me busy. All right, yep, here you go. Good evening, and your card is the eagle. And yes, this was an eagle that was out in front of my house a few years back, and I did a silk screen with him. They're very up close and personal with me. Eagles within my culture are rated as really a gift. They're to be the closest one to carry our prayers, our wants, our needs, our desires to the Creator. And when you see one, it's really special because usually they're bringing messages. But what I'm getting with this is, okay, what they're saying is messages received. So the messages and prayers or thoughts that you've been putting out, they want you to know that they have been received, and that spirit family and the angelic realm and Creator and everybody are helping to work on whatever this is. I also get a, okay, so stepping forward right now, I have a young girl. Her hair kind of looks like a, it's not quite blonde, but it's not dark either. It's kind of that in between, what mine used to be before I had grays show up. Anyway, it's this little girl, and she's in this really cute little jumper with this little blouse. It's got this like red trim around it, and all these little flowers are all over this jumper. And she's bringing you like flowers, small flowers, like I'd almost say like when I was a child or when we were a child, we used to go out in the backyard and we'd pick dandelions and little tiny daisies and violets that grew in the lawn. So she's got these cupped and she's bringing them to you and she's handing them to you. Hopefully that resonates with you. She's sending love, she's sending support, and basically just to let you know that your spirit family is around you. So that's your card for today. And again, you know, to help things manifest, we need to put out what we want to the universe to kind of let them know, you know, I need help with this. And that's really a powerful thing. And I can tell you that over the past few months, there's some things that I've been putting up to my spirit family and said, look, I really need help with this. I need this to happen in a clean and effortless way. I need this to happen and occur so the end result is good. And 2 days ago, I got the confirmation of that. And I know that was them helping, because it was constantly, before I started putting that prayer or that thought up to my spirit family to help, it wasn't going so great. So now it was in such a loud way that it came. I'm very blessed. So this is what they're telling you, Deb. Your spirit family is around you and you are heard. So I love you and thank you for showing up today. It's great to have you here. And your card was the eagle. Okay. Now I am going to read for Tina. And I will tell you guys, you know, you can believe me or not, but I know talking to spirit is important. I talk to my mom, my dad. I see them all. I talk to the wolf. You know, and when you put stuff out and they respond, and it's so strong the way it's responded to, it can't leave you with doubts. I mean, some of the stuff I just couldn't, in 100 million years, could make it up. So just be aware of that. And, you know, don't change your mind over and over, because then I got to start over. But they're there to help us. That bond that we have had with them when they were here in the human, or if it's our ancestors previous, they all see us because we're energy when we pass. So it's just important to keep that in mind. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I just got to tell you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off kind of on a tangent, but it's stuff that you need to know and stuff that spirit wants you to know as well. So, all right, Miss Tina, you have a card, and your card today is the lion. Okay, now, you know, everybody sees the lion and they think, ooh, you know, the lions are so strong and they're so, you know, they're like the king, well, Lion King, right? The king of the tribes and the king of the lands. But what this is about for you today is the fact that lions are also vulnerable, okay? And even though sometimes we present this really strong front for people, we don't like letting people see when we can be vulnerable, or we're sad, or when things don't work out the way we want and we're bummed, you know. You don't always want people to see that side of you, so you hide it, okay? So the lion is coming up for you today, and the reason that you have to remember, you're human. You have needs as well. You have times that you know, you're down, and it doesn't mean that that's bad. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. And part of it is accepting that part of you. And okay, so okay, yep. Okay, so when I think of the lion, you know, and again, you know, most people do. You think of this strong male lion that's strutting around, right, and roaring and kicks butt and takes names. However, with the lion, if you really follow them, and I actually watched a series a month ago called Serengeti, and it's about the reserve park in Africa for just all kinds of wild animals, and it was quite amazing. But what I learned was just this, that even the males can't always be in charge. It's usually the females that go out and do the hunting. The males kind of try to keep order, but sometimes they get really down, or they get really, I don't know, put in their place, so to speak. And this is what I'm being shown for you. It's like there's there's no way you should be beating yourself up if you're down about something and something's not working. But they're telling me as well, you need to connect with your ancestors, and you know, it's not too much to ask. It's hard to ask, but we also have to learn to receive as well as give. And this is kind of what they're saying. Your personality is very strong with the people. You're the leader. You're the one that people turn to. But you know, you have to remember sometimes, and it was a hard lesson for me too, you have to be able to turn and unburden yourself with others, okay, to others, so that you can balance again and you can find that strength again to deal with whatever it is that's going on. So shed those burdens, girl. Okay, here's your card, and that was the Lion. Okay, I hope it resonates. Hi, Kat. How are you? I'm still up at the top. Yep, I am still at the top. And I will read for Lorraine next. Hang on, I just got to go down a little bit. Dan, hi, how are you? I will give you a card. Hi, Crystal. I will give you a card. And yeah, well, hi, Panda Feeds. Yeah, well, you know, my Mother Nature. Hi, Jacqueline Marie. Again, Jacqueline Marie. I like that name too. Okay, so I'm going to give it to you. And like I said, if you're just starting to join me, you know, my power and my internet was taken out by Mother Nature. And if you didn't know, Mother Nature is more in charge than anybody. You know, no person can go up against Mother Nature. So it wiped out my electric for a couple days and my internet. So, all right. So I thought I'll just pop up today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I haven't seen this card in a while. All right, so Miss Lorraine, pardon me, just a glass of water. Your card today is the Butterfly. Okay. Okay. So the butterfly is a lot of things. You know, the butterfly has stages of its life where it's caterpillar, and then it goes into the cocoon, and then it comes out of the cocoon, and it has to sit for a while to let the wings dry from being in the cocoon and then flying off. Okay, so with you today, okay, so the butterfly is coming to a point of the end of its cycle. Okay, so it's kind of like the bear was in the West. It's kind of like what they're showing me right now is the butterflies in the West, getting ready to recycle. So they're actually kind of sort of in flight for migration right now to go back and be able to lay eggs and do all that good stuff and just get stronger and keep the survival of the species, right? So what they're showing me right now is like this has been a long journey for you, whatever they're describing, and it hasn't always been great. Matter of fact, I feel like bumps and bruises or tears, like they're showing me like tears, not huge tears that would kill a butterfly, but tears in their wings are kind of tattered a little bit, right? But the will of the butterfly continues the migration pattern. Okay, so what I'm being shown to you right now, is, okay, it's taken quite a while, or it's even almost like it's taken a toll on you, whatever this is, and you're almost to the light at the end of the tunnel. You're almost to reaching that goal. Okay, and then the cycle will continue, but for you, it will continue in a different way than it has excuse me, in the past. And there's something they're saying about newspapers. I don't know what, but they're showing me newspapers, and they're showing me just all kinds of headlines and like you flipping through the newspaper. Don't know what it's meaning, but it's like almost like you've been waiting for it, watching for it, wondering if it's going to occur, you know. And it's not books you're reading, it they're showing me newspapers being flipped and around. So as I said, with the butterfly, you're coming into a point of reaching the end of that goal, okay? And you'll be glad that that's done and over with, and you'll be able to focus on new things, okay? But this time around, which is like the cycle of the moon or the cycle of the sun, right? So for the next year, you're going to be manifesting new things for you yourself and opportunities for yourself, but it'll be in a stronger way because of what you went through this past year. And I think that's why they're showing me all these papers, but it's like you're like skimming, looking for something in the paper. Yeah, but you're almost done with whatever this is. And just know that once you are, even though you're feeling worn down, it will renew itself. And this next traveling around the sun will be stronger, and it'll be less of a chore and challenge, more of a wow, I got past this and now look what's in front of me. Okay, so that is your card today. Lorraine is the butterfly. All right, so okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit, and I got Dan. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. I love it. Light and love. I love it. All right. Okay, so Dan. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Your uncle passed. But it's the next part of his journey. When we go, yeah, I actually had this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't have, and I'm not trying to upset the apple cart. I don't have the same outlook as when we pass from human form, because our soul continues as energy. As some of you know, and some of you may not know, I lost the wolf last year, and I know the energy continues because they continue to answer my responses or signs or whatever. And that's the same way with my family. And even though everybody doesn't share the same abilities to connect that way, I guarantee they hear you. I guarantee they're not in pain anymore. They're not in human form anymore. So the loss is more that we miss them here in the physical world, that we can sit and talk or touch or that kind of thing. But they're in a good space. They're experiencing life without the trials and tribulations, I guess I would say, that we have, without the physical restraints that we do as humans. So I would say to you, Dan, celebrate his life and remember all the good things and know he's in good space. And if you need to talk to him, talk to him. They come in our dream time. We have strong connections. They show up with little things. Like I have a friend that pennies were dropping everywhere. Everywhere she looked, there were pennies on the ground. Or somebody else may have feathers, or you may walk into a place and you smell their favorite pipe tobacco, or, you know, all kinds of signs if you're aware. So Dan, I'm sorry that this happened for you, and I will hold you in prayer, and just remember, celebrate his life. Okay. All right. So let me get you a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I shuffled them, but here's your card too. You also got the Lion today, okay? The Lion. All right, so for you though, okay, all right. Yep. Okay, so for you, the Lion is representing okay, so the strength that the Lion has, and again, this kind of goes back to what I had just spoken about with the Lion. They don't have to be strong all the time. Okay, they rely on the other members of the pride to back them up, or if they don't have the energy or time or whatever, the other members of the pride will help them, whether it's their brothers, whether it's their lionesses that are in the pride, but they're there and they depend on each other. And this is what today is really about for you with this card, is you need to allow yourself the space to grieve your great uncle, or just kind of reminisce, or whatever it is that you need to do. And it's okay to take that time. I'm also being told to interact like with your pride. So interact with your family. And again, it's like celebration of life. Reminisce about good times, you know. Don't dwell on the negatives. And, you know, you'll begin to feel better and you'll remember him in fondness afterwards once the grieving process isn't quite so tight around your heart. And that's exactly what I feel. I feel that because you're such a compassionate guy, that the grief is just kind of strangling your heart right now because you're not really sure how you're supposed to be about this, is what I'm being told. So, you know, be strong, but also give yourself the time and space you need to heal that part of you. But as I said, celebrate the life. And that's what I hear from all the spirits and all the loved ones that have passed that I've ever connected with. It's like, we're fine. We're good. Take care of you. Remember us. The wolf's thing was live, you know, live your life, dance, enjoy music, be happy, you know, laugh out loud, you know, smile, enjoy each other's company, and love each other unconditionally. And by unconditionally, I mean that we don't judge, you know, and even if people aren't in our sacred circle that we're kind of dealing with on a daily basis, or it's somebody we just don't want to be that close to, it doesn't mean we have to project negatives towards them. It just means that it's not their time with us right now, or their time has passed. So you send them off with love. And I'll tell you, sending them off with love gives you tenfold back. So, yeah, take care of you and know they're fine and celebrate his life. And that's what I'm hearing as it roars. Okay. I love you, Dan. All right. Hi, Crystal. Okay, let me pull this down a little bit more. I got to put my glasses on. Woo! See, because I'm working from the top this time. So let me go down a little bit. Column, Demon, Leanne. Leanne Bryant. Hi, Leanne. Yes, I will get you a card. Let me shuffle it up. I'm also hearing in my head right now while I'm shuffling these cards that the carnelian stones I have are an important part of whatever this is. So let me see what's going on. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Well, this could be a reason why. Okay. Hang on. Gotta get more water. All right. So with the carnelian, I'm going to hold this time. And your card. Whew, well, that's strong. Okay. Your card is the owl. Okay. Owls are revered in many cultures, and they're some cultures, even within the Native American culture, that are scared to death of owls and feel that they bring negative response and that they bring death. But that's not how I've ever viewed them from the time I was 14 years old, when I rescued an owl that had been hit from a car while I was up camping. I've always had a special bond with them, and over the years, I've come close contact with them, the ones that are in the wild. So I carry owl medicine, and owl medicine is really cool. And the reason it's cool is if you know about owls, they can literally turn, you know how you see them sometimes and they turn their head, they can actually turn it almost straight backwards to one side. They can't go all the way around, but they can turn it all the way back halfway to the left and all the way back halfway to the right. They also have the most unbelievable night vision that you could ever wish for. They're quick, they're smart, they're a totem animal that shares wisdoms, and actually the way I have always viewed them is they are sacred. So with you today, the owl card is coming forward, and okay, I'm being shown like fire, like a lot of fire around you. Not harming you, but it's like fire. So I feel like there's like fiery, I don't know, I want to say it's an argument or a fiery dispute or a fire. It's like something that's done with a lot of fire, fire meaning an emotion. It's not necessarily passion, because fire can also cook and do things and help warm, you know, it's from the sun, it helps things grow. But fire itself, if we don't know how to maneuver it and kind of manipulate it, it can burn us. And this is what I'm being shown for you. There's something going on around you with a couple people, and it's almost like they're trying to get you involved, but you've been kind of steadily watching them, and this is why I'm like seeing this through the owl's eyes. They keep pivoting to both sides. And I'm being told to tell you, whatever it is, don't pick a side, because there is no right or wrong in this situation. Don't be played by it. It's almost like okay, yeah, it's almost like a fire without oxygen. If you don't give it attention, it will extinguish itself. Okay, so if it's not given oxygen, it won't grow, it won't manifest into something negative. So what I'm being told is you need to be kind of cautious with whatever this is, and just basically you can listen, but don't choose sides with whatever is going on. And I do get it, it's two people, solidly two people, and I just like fire, like really PO'd at somebody, you know, not you, because you're up above in the tree looking both sides. It's kind of like watching a tennis match is what they're saying. I don't know, hopefully it resonates with you, but take care of yourself and be aware of what's going on. Okay, so here's your card today. It is the owl. Okay, so let me go down a little bit farther. Okay, I don't want to lose this, so hang on, guys. Hi, Vida, how are you? Okay, going down a little farther. Okay, Jacqueline Marie, I will give you a card read right now. Okay? All right. If you see me switching cups, oh, and make sure any of you that don't know, go over and visit Sean and Bex on Ghost Dimension in their shop. They've got all kinds of things up there. So check it out and become part of the family. Make sure you share and like the video here or on YouTube or wherever you're at. These kids put a lot of stuff into the family, and we are all a big family here. So, okay, Jacqueline Marie, let's see what I got for you. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So for you today, what they're showing me is you've got like this big thing that you're trying to make it work, or you have a hurdle to get over it, or around it. Okay, and your card today is the ant. Okay, ants really cool, and I know you all know what ants are. That's like a drop of water, and the ant can pretty much move it the way it needs to move it to reach its goal. And this is what I'm being shown for you today: is don't give up on. It's almost like you're ready to give up on something that's really super important to you, and they don't want you to give up because you're really close to reaching the goal or finishing the project. Yeah, they don't want you to really quit. They want you to move forward with it. And they said, we know it's really hard. We know that it takes time to do it. But you can also don't have to do it on your own, because ants will often form within their own community to get assistance for whatever they are trying to accomplish. So if you need help, make sure you do that. And yeah, make sure that make sure you don't stop. This is like you're almost they want to say almost like a dream that you've had, or a goal that you've set for yourself, or an accomplishment, and it's like you've been doing it for so long, you're like, this is never going to work. But they're telling me to tell you, yes, it will work. It's getting there. It's getting close. Don't give up. Because if you give up, all the hard work or all the effort that you've given up to this point would have been wasted, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep that momentum going, and you're close. All I'm being told is you're close. You're so close, they keep saying. So whatever it is, hang in there, be tough. And that's your card today, is the ant. Ants are amazing. They can build things out of nothing, I swear. I've seen them. I mean, I've seen them like in a stream of water, which is very narrow, coming down from the gutter, and to them it's like a raging river. And I've seen them literally form a bridge to a leaf to get over it, and then they form a bridge to the other side of the leaf to where the grass is, and it's amazing. So it's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it. So they're telling me to tell you again, don't give up on it. Keep moving forward with whatever it is. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit. Oh, okay, this is gonna go bonky on me here, hang on. Okay. Okay, well, okay, Vita, here's the deal. Okay, I have all kinds of crystals in my home. I've got big crystals. I have little crystals, round crystals, powerful crystals. But the thing is, what it is with crystals and stones, okay, and like here's an amethyst smoky quartz, right? That was split. So I have smoky quartz is actually really good for meditation and what have you. And I've got bloodstone, and I've got garnet, and I've got tiger eye. And this is just with me while I do reads. I've got all kinds of bears that people have sent me that are out of stones. What it is if you go into a crystal store, okay, or you go into a store that has gems, rocks, crystals, okay, it doesn't have to be a crystal. If you're drawn to it and you really kind of clear your mind, you'll know that it's meant for you and whatever you need it for. I will also tell you that just because you have two pieces of carnelian, that doesn't mean that they like each other, okay? They're kind of like people. The energy that comes off of them will sometimes make you like, oh, this feels really good in my right hand. Oh no, this feels better in my left hand. It depends on the work you're going to do. They'll talk to you if you let them. So crystals, to recommend them, what I recommend is the ones that resonate with you. Not always necessarily the ones that look the prettiest. They can be kind of a flat, like here, I've got a raw crystal here, right? And this one actually, that is from the earth. That's a stain from the earth. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pick the prettiest one or the biggest one, but pick the best one that resonates for you. And I guarantee you, if you take the time without asking anybody questions when you're at the shop and just kind of go through them and pick some up here and there, you'll be drawn to what feels right for you, whether it's your left hand or your right hand, or just the energy coming off of it. And the only one I'll tell you that is good for anybody is citrine, because citrine actually, what's the word I want to use? Repels negative energy. And it's also used in the old days. Carnelian was really huge, or not carnelian, citrine was really used a lot for people that sold goods or shops. They put a piece of it in their register tills, or they carry a piece with it. It literally is scientifically proven that citrine pushes negative energy away. And I've known that for years. That would be the only thing I would tell everybody, that if you want to start with anything, that would be a good piece to work with. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Scott. How are you? Ha! Thanks for stopping in and saying hi, Scott. Yes, I will give you a card if you'll let me take a sip here real quick. All right. Let's see what we've got for you today. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ha! I shuffled them. You heard it. I actually woke up this morning and there was a large blue heron walking in front of my property right next to the house window, which it was out of the water, which was unusual. So you always got to be aware of stuff that's going on around you. You also have the ant today. Okay, I shuffled them. That's what came up. Okay, 7th card, space. So for you, okay, this is about this is about like hitting a wall. Okay, what they're showing me is like the ant is pushing forward, and then it's got nowhere else to push the water, so the water just kind of goes down, right? So it's like at a time, and I'm being told like a planning, PLANNING, planning time for you right now. You have to look for new avenues, new ways. Okay, and what they're showing me is the water coming up and then dispersing in several different directions. But you're basically at this wall, so you have to figure out how to work with the wall in order to get it to cooperate with you, or to get the message out, or to get this new direction to see what's right that will work for you. But it's kind of like a stalling period right now, like, crap, here I go, I'm stuck. And then they're telling me to tell you, no, you're not stuck. You just have to be creative, and new things have been thrown up or happened that are kind of weren't there before when you started. I know this sounds really crazy to some people, but if you diversify, they're saying, and that's what I'm seeing is the 3 splits. You can still work on the one that's hard to go up over the wall, but to go to each side, you will still reach the people that you need to, or the areas that you need to make it become fruitful. Okay. And I'm sure you're the only one that's going to know what that means, because I sure as heck don't. I do, but I don't. I mean, I know what they're saying to me. I'm also getting that it's kind of like slowing you down, and that's okay. It will pick back up again, and I'm being told whatever this is, it'll pick up again for you probably the 3rd week in October. So whatever this is, don't worry about it too much. Just kind of diversify stuff and look at doing it or reaching your goal in a different way or manner. but you've got a lot of cooperation. So like with the ant, you know, like I said earlier, the ant has a lot of people within its, whatever you call them, little sand castles in the soil, their little houses. You know, they have all kinds of ants that help with all kinds of problems. And if some has a problem doing something, they all stop what they're doing and go assist that one ant. So this is kind of what I'm seeing as like, yep, you're kind of stuck, but you'll be able to find the answers you need kind of by just stretching out in different ways than you normally would. Okay, I hope that resonates for you. Love you tons, Panda. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Hi, Margaret. How are you? Okay. Kay, hi, how are you? You're baiting the kids for school. Oh, well, that's good. They won't go to school stinky then. That's a good thing, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, it is. It's water is life. You're right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go down a little farther. I'm sorry, I'm leaning in. Oh, maybe if I put my glasses on, duh. Okay. All right. All right. Going down here a little bit. You're right, Margaret. Every day is something to learn something new. Good. Okay, that's good. Disability Awareness Day. That's always good. Oh, wow, and it just jumped again. Hang on. I see Cindy Pinkham's here. Somebody said hi to Stephanie, and I don't see her because my thing kind of went crazy. Sorry about that. Hi, Jillian. I see you're here. All right, going down a little bit more. Let me go down because I kind of lost everything here. I apologize. And look, who's here? Yeah, they don't like each other, do they, Ruth? It's some they don't want to be anywhere near each other. You know, Ruth has been working with stones and spirit and crystals and cards for quite a while. I don't even remember. It's like I've known her excuse me, forever. And prayers for you, Miss Ruth, for having surgery yesterday and not telling me. Thought I wouldn't say anything, didn't you? All right. Okay. Why am I not seeing Cindy on here? I see everybody talking to Cindy. You're welcome, Panda Feets. Well, it's a good question, and I'd love to answer that for you. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Most of the time when I do streams, like I'm doing now, I get a little tired, especially if they're banging on the door and wanting to make sure I'm telling people this, that, or the other thing. When I do personal reads, if I wind up doing channeling, I can get tired, but I always take time for myself to re-energize myself and smudge myself. A lot of it is stuff you pick up when you're reading. I don't want attachments from that. And sometimes it's really difficult, and you have to kind of place your mind outside the box to be able to do that kind of a read. Channeling, full-on channeling is really draining. I don't care who you talk to. If they say it isn't, they're not telling you the truth. It can be very draining, but there's also ways to counteract that when you do reading. So yeah, that's a good question though. That's a really good question. Yeah, that heron, Peeping Tom Heron. Well, he was actually, well, you've been here to the house. It's been years, but I mean, Ruth doesn't live in Michigan, but she's been to the house. So she knows how close it is. And this one was like really close to the back windows. It was like looking in the house, and it stood there watching me. And I thought, okay, what am I supposed to be watching that I'm missing? That's usually what it's telling me. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay, good. You're traveling so much, Cindy. I'm so proud of you. Okay, I gotta put my glasses on again because I'm just checking. You can see that Pip and Mango, I gave them a workout today, and Pip has been Pips has yeah, you know, I just wanted to change it up a little, Cindy. Pip and Mango they get along okay now. I can let them out for a little bit unless she's not feeling it. Pip will let Mango know, and then Pip just won't have nothing to do with Mango. And he's so in love with her. They're just totally different personalities on these birds. You don't think birds have that, but they do. Okay, let's see what I have here. I'll go down a little farther. Hi, Kim Wilson is here. You're very welcome. I have no problems with that. Okay, here you go. I don't know, it just jumped all over again. So let's see. Sure, Kay. I will give you a card today. Just something different. Low key on Sundays usually, and that's always good, right? Hi, Gary. How are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, this card's coming up a lot too, Kay. This card here is the lion, which I gave to somebody a little while ago. Actually, I think I gave it to somebody's, but I shuffled the deck. So lion is like really in everybody's face today. And it's like, for you, it's about determination. This lion is, this lion is like kind of tired. And it's the male lion that's stepping forward with this. It's kind of tired, but it's like walking in a windstorm or a sandstorm, right? And its mane is blowing back and it's kind of leaning into it. And this is kind of what they're showing me that you're feeling lately. Like, you know, you're in a storm and it's, you know, not a perfect storm, but it takes a lot out of you. But they're saying, like, to continue that same path, you do have the strength within. Literally, they're calling it the strength of a lion, to kind of reach your goals. And it's like, it's been a struggle for so long, and it's like same old, same old, same old, they keep saying. And that's kind of how I am viewing what they're showing me that you feel. But it's like, you'll get through this too. And then this is okay. I'm not going to lie. And for you, it's probably going to be double like it is for me. We're going into really kind of weird planetary settings right now. And it's kind of like a retrograde. So we're going to have a tough time for about a week and a half. Is what I'm being shown for you, a week and a half. So just kind of prepare yourself, but no, you'll get through it. And but you're going to have to kind of keep your emotions in check, because it will be very emotional for you. It will be and this is like the sandstorm that's coming to hit this lion. It's coming and you're leaning into it. You'll be able to get through it. You're not going to like it. I'm not going to like it. But you will get through. And part of the reason is because you are a sensitive, and because you're a sensitive, things hit us in a way that is stronger than people that aren't aware of gifts that they may have. So this is just kind of to let you know, Spirit is saying, you know, when you need to take a few minutes to yourself, take a few minutes to yourself. Don't try and get anything new accomplished in the next week and a half. Just kind of keep steady with whatever it is you've been working on, but give yourself a break. And if you have a moment or a day that is particularly hard, just don't be hard on yourself, okay? And that's what I'm being shown for you today, Kay. okay, is the Lion. And it is, for everybody listening, the retrograde coming up is going to be pitching our emotions all over the place. And it's not a great retrograde, actually, that we're having. Gary, I do a few different kinds of readings. I don't like putting a label on myself. Sometimes it's mediumship. Sometimes it's just what the spirit wants me to give to a person that they need to hear at that moment in time to move forward in the best way possible and with the answers they need to reflect on to be able to move in positives ahead. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Kay. It's gonna. I'm just telling you, it's not gonna be great. And it's not that it's going to be bad things. That's all I'm saying. It's just going to be really tough for you to get through it. Not, excuse me. I don't have my glasses on again. I apologize. Yeah, they're pretty annoying some days. I have to tell you, Cindy. Mango came over and flew onto the bed yesterday, and I was like, okay, what's he going to do? I love you, Ruthie. Okay. Yeah, well, Jacqueline Marie, you need to be prepared for it too. Margaret, I will give you a card. Hang on one second. Let me just move this side. Yeah, season changes don't help either, but also, I don't know, and I've talked about this the last time I was on. I wasn't on this week, so. But the week before, we had the Lion's Gate. Oh, maybe that's why the Lion's card's coming up, because we finished the Lion's Gate, right? And the Lion's Gate is a perfect alignment of the planets, and it brings this really super strong kind of energy. And then when everybody felt great, you know, there's a lot of cool things going on. Things were manifesting for people, and then like around the 22nd or the 23rd of August, the door shut because the planets obviously moved out of alignment. And it was like, oh my gosh, can't even get up out of bed. You know, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? And I was hearing that from so many people. So it's just kind of crazy, and you have to learn to roll with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The thing is, in order to roll with it, if you're sensitive, you know what to do. Some people were affected. They didn't even know what the heck was going on. Pardon me. I have to drink water. Okay. Your card today is the snow goose. Okay. This is actually my birth totem. And actually, the geese have already left the lake here. We have open season on geese actually right now, and I have only heard first day shootings the beginning of September and nothing because they've left, because winter is fast approaching quicker than it normally does. So the snow goose is all about no muss, no fuss. Okay, so the snow goose brings about things in your life that you need to deal with directly. And this is what I'm being shown for you. Some of the things that are going on with you, it's like, almost like you're not dealing with them. It's like you're doing my favorite thing, procrastinating about them. Okay. It's kind of like you're pushing them to the side and not dealing with it. Okay. And the snow goose is coming through to tell you, you really, really need to deal with it. You need to make sure that you give your full attention to it. Otherwise, it's going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're really going to have a hard time to figure out what you need to do next, or what comes next, or holy crow, I should have done this when it first showed up. So that's your card, is kind of dealing with the here and now and not putting it off till later, because later it will not be any better. So you might as well just, they're saying, rip the Band-Aid off and deal with it so that you can prepare for the oncoming season or events or just cool things that are going to happen. But if you're not ready for it because you procrastinated getting done things you should have gotten done, you'll be scrambling to get everything to work right, and it won't fall in place the way you want it. So that's your card today, the snow goose. And yeah, I'm a big procrastinator about some things. Not all things, but some things. I don't know. I've been that way all my life, so it is what it is. But Margaret, kind of pay attention, okay? All right, so let me put my glasses back on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It is coming. Honest to God, it is coming. Thank you, Ruth. I love you so much. Yeah, you know what? I will tell you this. As a sensitive and Kay, I'm sure, and some of the other people that are here tonight, you will recognize when, I mean, it's kind of hard not to, the earth changes. We've got a typhoon supposedly hitting, or was supposed to hit down by Guam and that area down there, and then we had Hurricane Ida, and we have like Hurricane or Tropical Storm Larry in the Atlantic coast. Then we had a different hurricane that hit down by Louisiana and the Panhandle, and then we got fires that are raging out in California, and other countries that are having big fires and big weather hit them. Okay, so anytime that weather, and I mean big weather, we're talking, like things that are gonna destroy things. Okay, tornadoes were showing up all over as those true streams of storms wound up hitting in the middle of the states here. And it happens over, I saw there was flooding over, I want to say in Ireland, that I saw the other day. But it's like all this chaos with weather, and then the earthquakes hit, right? So we have to be aware of them. And as people that are sensitives, and I think that's kind of a good name for it. Because like no two people have the same gifts. If I do mediumship, somebody else does mediumship, they're not going to bring through the same way I am, and I'm not going to bring through the same way they do, right? So all these storms and weather patterns and weather changes will affect us physically, emotionally, and psychically. Okay. I'm 60 and I've been through it all, and it's not getting any better. So a lot of that stuff is definitely going to affect people, all people, but it's also going to affect sensitives harsher is the word I'm going to use, because it is harsh. Sometimes it'll take the energy right out of you, and you'll be laying down in bed or on the couch and taking a nap. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. You're welcome, Margaret. What's this? Sure, I can do that. I have anxiety. I actually suffered. I guess it's still triggered once in a while. I get PTSD. I also went through a period back in the early 2000s that I actually had agoraphobia, which is I couldn't get out of my house, but it was because of traumatic events that happened to me. So yeah, sure. I'd love to do that, Cindy. You know that. All right, Cindy Plume, everybody. She does a great radio show. I don't know how she's going to do it this time, if it's going to be radio or maybe video. That would be cool, Cindy. Okay, hang on. Let me go down. Yes, okay. Sure, Gary, I can give you a card. No problem. Oh, and thank you. I see there's super stickers up top. Thank you very much for sending those to the kids. They'll get them, and they'll put your name on their Wheel of Fortune board, so that you're in for drawings and stuff that they have on Friday mornings, I think it is. Shoot me if I'm wrong. Okay, Gary, let's see what I got for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first thing I'm going to ask you, because it's the first thing that they popped into my head before I even had a card, was, wow, he's really stubborn. So I'm laughing because I'm a bear and I'm really stubborn. So I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. But this for you is the orca. And orca are related within Native American lore and other cultural lore as the keepers of knowledge. They're also known as killer whales, but I don't like that term. They're orcas. They're very highly intelligent and they've been around forever. They're very interactive with other creatures and people. And what they're giving me for you is, wow, he's really stubborn. And I'm kind of laughing at this. Okay, so. All right. So what they're showing me is they're actually showing me the whales coming out of the ocean and going into, like, I want to say a river, but it's not a river. It's like this is a smaller pathway that they're showing me. So it's like, okay, yep. He has this great big knowledge base, they keep telling me, and he's directing it into a very small area of being able to use that knowledge, okay? And it's almost, okay, yep. Okay, so they want kind of, they're pulling you back. They want you kind of to spread the knowledge that you have or that you work with to other people. They're almost like, it's like you've closed off, whether it's like family history or, I get this is more related to family. And I get that there's things, you know, that should be passed on down to other younger people within your, and they're saying like tribe, and with tribe I mean family, but they need to know this information. And it's like, because of where we've been the past year and a half with the pandemic, it's given a lot of people time to be able to think about our pasts, our family's past, our family connections. And what they're saying is, and I don't know why, but there's a reason that you need to pass that knowledge on to younger people within your family, to share it. And it's like, it's locked up. I feel like it's locked up. They're showing me, yep, stubborn and locked up, like it's none of their business. But it's not so much that it's none of their business. It's information that would be helpful and just understanding of everybody else. So you have the ability, as having this knowledge, to better people that are coming up that are younger than our generations, okay? And I really am getting this is almost family history, and I don't know if it's something that you were involved with. I also get somebody involved with military, and I want to go back to, I want to go back to like World War II. No, the Korean War, maybe? The Korean War. No, it's kind of like in between, but I get almost like a water feeling, so it's like a naval feeling. And I get that there was somebody that has passed. I don't know if it's a grandfather. I get that it's a grandfather. Yep, it's a grandpa. It's a grandfather, granddad. Granddad is what he's saying. And he was involved with the military. But there's things in your family history that you need to be able to share with these people, or write them down and share them, or pull out old pictures and share them, because being hidden away isn't doing anybody any good, because they need to know how their family and how they came to be who you are and who they are at this time and moment in time. It's really important. They're saying communication, and knowledge. So that's your card today, Gary. I hope it gives you an idea of whatever is going on with you. All right. Thank you for stopping in and asking questions about me too. You heard who's going to be. Oh, Cindy. Yeah, Cindy. That's going to be good. Okay. Well, I will add you to prayer tomorrow on Morning Blessings, Margaret. Okay? Just keep positive, eh? Keep positive and it will be good. Okay, Panda Feet. let's see. I think we get the summer geese moving on, others moving, and they get pink-footed ones from Iceland. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh. Yeah, it is odd. I thought it was really odd because I can go out now. I don't have ducks out here. I have egrets, panda, and I have blue herons. I saw a few ducks, but usually our lake is still full. We have a migration because the lake here is on a migration pattern. And we always get red-winged blackbirds, and they haven't even been through. So I don't know what's going on other than I believe it's going to be an early winter. All right, so let me go down a little farther here. Oh, da 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 da. Chicken shit. Yeah, no, I am. Oh, love you too. Enjoy dinner. Cindy. Okay. Yep. Okay. All you guys, you have a great, yeah, I do have great wildlife here. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for today. And until Tuesday, I will be back for sure. Mother Nature actually showing me that, yes, I will be for sure. So I hope they are. And with all my heart, I send you love from the cave to all you guys. And thanks for blessing me in my life and sharing your Sunday afternoon with me. Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in today, and make sure to share, like, and subscribe to us and become part of the Ghost Dimension family here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. My name is Bear Medicine Walker, and I approve of this message.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean, and together we are Ghost Dimension, a paranormal investigative show that explores the most haunted locations in the world. You can watch us on
Amazon,
Pluto TV,
also the Roku channel,
or even our own YouTube channel. So please make sure you tune in, check it out, or visit our website at www.ghostdimension.co.uk, and let's see you all very soon.